Tonight on the Screening Room,
it's our annual Oscar preview.
So sit back and relax.
Butter up that popcorn.
Because you're about to enter the Screening Room. Welcome to tonight's special Oscar preview episode of The Screening Room. I'm your host, Krista Petruzzi.
And I'm Sarah DeQueer. And tonight is our Oscar preview episode. So we're going to talk about some of the nominees for Best Picture that you're going to see this Sunday and make our predictions about who we think is going to win. So let's jump right in and take a look at the trailer for Precious.
My name is Clarice Precious Jones. I want to be on the cover of a magazine. I wish I had a light-skinned boyfriend with real nice hair. But first I want to be
Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire. Directed by Lee Daniels.
School ain't gonna help none. Take your ass down to the welfare. You fat bitch. Get down here.
Can we talk about the abuse in your household? You know what I'm talking about.
You sit there and judge me, and you write them notes on your pad.
In Harlem, an overweight, illiterate teen who is pregnant with her second child is invited to enroll in an alternative school in hopes that her life can head in a new direction.
So that is Precious. Now, what do you think are the chances that this movie has?
Now, I think this was an absolutely phenomenal film. I mean, it was so gritty and realistic, and we had some really great performances, especially from Monique, who I really think is going to take home the Best Supporting Actress. As far as Best Picture, I think it's up against some pretty fierce competition, and I can see it more with the acting wins as opposed to the overall win. What do you think?
You know, I have to agree. I think this was one of the best movies made this year, easily, and it 100% deserved the nomination. It should go in that list of movies that you have to see at least once before you die. It's spectacular. It's got such humanity, and I think it's got a good shot at the Best Picture nomination, at the Best Picture win, but I don't think it's gotten quite as much buzz as some of the others, so I think it's probably not quite first in that category, even though it would totally 100% deserve it. I mean, in my own opinion.
It's a phenomenal film, and I think it because of how realistic it is, that's why it has such a strong impact on the viewer. I mean, you're watching it, you're terrified of Monique, you feel awful for this lead character, and you know, you do become emotionally invested in it. However, I mean, up against something which we're going to see later like Avatar or The Hurt Locker, I just really don't think it stands a good chance.
It was such a spectacular movie, though. I think maybe in another year it would have a good chance. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. But I did give this movie an A+. I thought it was wonderful, very nearly perfect. Like you said, Monique was amazing. Gabrielle Sidibe was also spectacular, such a young actress, just new on the scene. I think it was really just a wonderful, wonderfully made movie, and you know, it totally deserved getting the nomination.
I mean, and I agree with you on this. I gave it an A. I thought it was a phenomenal film, everything about it, particularly the acting. And while I don't think it's going to take home the Best Picture, I definitely think it's one that everyone needs to go out and see.
I have to agree. All right, so speaking of some strong actresses and some contenders for some Oscar nods, here are the nominees for this year's Best Actress Award.
Best performance by an actress in a leading role. Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side.
My son, you threaten me. This team is your family, Michael. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
SJ, you're going to want to get this.
Helen Mirren, The Last Station.
I cannot stand by while they steal my children's inheritance. You all think he's Christ, don't you?
What?
He thinks he's Christ. I have a little gift for you. It's a diary. It's write what you see around you. What you see.
My choice is to do something hard and boring for the rest of my life, or go to Paris and have fun.
Carey Mulligan, An Education.
If I were you, Jenny.
I don't need looking after, thank you very much. They can be quite naughty sometimes.
Come on.
funny world you people live in.
Gabori Sidibe for Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
Nobody loves me.
People do love you, Precious.
Please don't lie to me. Love ain't done nothing for me. Love beat me, make me feel worthless.
Your baby loves you. I love you.
Meryl Streep, Julie and Julia.
Like to do. Eat. And we are so good at it. Look at you. Now,
They're
how
growing
good
in
you are.
front of you. You should have seen the way those men looked at me.
But then they discovered I was fearless. Oh my God.
You have no real talent for cooking.
Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the strongest bets for that one are going to be Sandra Bullock or Meryl Streep.
I have to
We're going to
agree
have
with
to
you there.
see. But right now, let's take a look at Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards.
Eyes forward! My name is Lieutenant Aldo Ray, and I need me 8 soldiers. We're gonna be doing one thing only. Killing Nazis. Yes, sir! Members of the
Glorious
National
Bastards,
Socialist Party,
directed by Quentin Tarantino.
torture, intimidation, and terror. And that's exactly what we're gonna do to them. We will be cruel to the German. And through our cruelty, they will know who we are. They will find the evidence of our cruelty in the disemboweled, dismembered, and disfigured bodies of their brothers we leave behind us. And the German
In Nazi-occupied France during World War II, a group of Jewish-American soldiers known as the Bastards are chosen specifically to spread fear throughout the Third Reich by scalping and brutally killing Nazis.
The German will be sickened by us. The German will talk about us. And the German will fear us. Nazi ain't got no humanity. They need to be destroyed. A man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps. 99999. Sound good? Yes, sir!
So, how about them Nazis? What did you think of this movie?
Now, I'm not typically a huge Tarantino fan. He kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I loved this movie. I thought this was one of the most creative screenplays I have ever seen. I mean, you had ridiculous acting, just an absolute crazy story, and I'm sorry, anytime someone got scalped, I was wigging out a little bit, but I still couldn't tear my eyes away from the screen. What did you think?
You know, this movie definitely had Tarantino all over it. It was Quentin Tarantino in this movie. You could see his hand in every inch of the process almost. But you know, I don't think it's one of the strongest contestants that we have for this award this year. It's a good movie, but I wouldn't call it a great movie. I think there were some issues in all of its greatness. It wasn't totally perfect. I don't think it was the best film that we've seen this year.
See, and while I think it was a great film, I am still surprised it did get the nomination for picture. I mean, I know this was Tarantino's baby that he's been working on for, I think it was like 10 years. But it doesn't really scream Oscar, while I do agree, though, that it was a truly phenomenal film.
It's true. I think if the Oscar category hadn't been expanded to 10 movies, there's a very good chance this wouldn't have gotten the nomination. It just doesn't scream traditional Oscar movie, which in some ways is a good thing, I think. I know the point of expanding it to 10 movies was to make it a little bit more populist, but I think it's probably not in the top 3.
No, I agree with it. So what did you give it as a grade?
I gave it a B. So just because I did not think it was the best movie in this category, I didn't think it was the best one we've seen. But what did you think?
See, I gave it an A because while I don't think it's necessarily going to win, I still think it was a truly phenomenal film. And while it might not be Oscar caliber traditionally, it's still great nonetheless.
All right. So next up we have our movie quiz question. And you know, they always stump me on this. So let's see what it is this week.
Now it's time for the TSR movie quiz. How many weeks did it take to shoot Precious? Was it A, 5, B, 2.5, C, 7, or D, 14? Find out the answer later on.